Hey, awesome people of YouTube, welcome back to another Palworld video. In this one, I'm going to be talking about the best pals for late game combat. I will not be including legendaries because, well, that's a different topic. But I will have that in a different video, talking about different legendaries and how to get them and which teams you want to use to try to get those legendaries. But before we get fully started, I just want to remind that if you do enjoy this type of video, help the channel out by leaving a like, comment, subscribing. And if you want to see something else on the channel, you can let me know down in the comments. And I do try to stream on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday around 4 p.m. with different topics. This Friday, we're going to try to go for all the legendaries again on stream, because some of them I got on stream, some were off. And last but not least, I do have my own Discord. You can join it. We have some fun times there. But with all that said, let's get started. So, the pal list is personal, so you might agree with the ones that I have, you might disagree. If you agree or you see some of the pals that you think should be on there, or you utilize different teams, let me know down in the comments. Ignore the legendaries on the left. I'm going to be talking about the ones over here and another one. So, obviously the best ones that I utilize and you can get very early and have it still be pretty awesome in a late game is Anubis. Right? Because through breeding you can get a really nice one that has Earth Emperor, like Ferocious, Musclehead, Legend, right? That you can get him really strong. That's what I'm working on. He has some really amazing moves. I did teach him Solar Blast just because I wanted to try that out. But you can get Ground Smash, Sand Tornado, Forceful Charge, Spinning Roundhouse Kick, and a bunch of different moves. You can even teach him. He is pretty strong, so you definitely want to utilize them. He has some pretty cool moves, but if you want to utilize somebody who's a bit more tanky, but also the ground type and the grass type, Warsect is really nice. Oh, mind you, for Anubis, you can breed him, or you can get the alpha version over here at this, where you can get Earth Emperor. But for the Warsect over here, he is really, really tanky, right? He has ground and grass type. He has some decent passive skills that you can get. He also has some pretty good active skills. His partner skill is when you fight together, it increases your defense and gives you fire damage to your attacks. Increasing defense, allowing you to be more tanky. He doesn't have some of his best moves, but you can get better moves because I have not leveled him. But you can get him through breeding relatively early on, or you can get his alpha version all the way over here by Godfin's Turf, and it requires you to be level 30, or he's around level 30. He's still pretty good, pretty tanky. Now for the next one, we have Orserk. I really like him. He's pretty cool. His partner skills, when you're fighting together, the water pal drop more items undefeated. Unfortunately, there's not as many water pals out there, but he's still useful in order to take some of the water pals that you should have. He has a really amazing passive called Lord of Lightning, which increases his lightning damage by 20%, and he's dragon and electric. So you can teach him just pretty cool electric type skills, like Lightning Strike, Karunu, which is his exclusive skills, like Spark Blast, Lightning Strike, Try Lightning, right? The best place to find them is all the way in the northeast, in the Wildlife Sanctuary number 3. You can find a few of the pals that we're talking about, but he's definitely worth it, just because, well, you want to have him to take some of the water pals. Well, let's talk about the pals that are the pal type that is pretty much the hugest and has effectiveness against water and, well, oh no, not water, sorry, against grass and ice, and that is the fire type. I apologize for that. I would recommend using Suzaku because it is a flyer as well. You want to have a flyer, obviously, so you can explore and move pretty decently fast. You want to have Suzaku. Suzaku doesn't have any amazing passive skills, but he has level 3 kindling, and you can find them, his regular version and his alpha version, all the way in the northeast. Or north yeah, northeast, sorry. Here's his alpha version, and everywhere and anywhere in this desert in the northeast you can find just any regular version. Now if you don't want to use him and use somebody who's a lot bigger but has a really nice passive skill called Flame Emperor, which gives him 20% more fire attack damage, is you want to go for Blasmo. He has level 4 mining and level 3 kindling. Get his alpha version, and eventually you can breed and find them in a different area. So for the alpha version that has Flame Emperor, and the bigger version is over here, just north of Ancient Civilization ruins. The entrance to this place is right where my cursor is. Now you can get a smaller version all the way in the north east in a Wildlife Sanctuary 3. I would definitely recommend grabbing his alpha version for the Flame Emperor, and then you can breed it down to where it's not in the biggest ones. Another fire type you might want to try to have is Yomentide Ignis. Not just for the combo, but also for the base, because he has level 4 kindling, and obviously eats 2 less food, or he has less food consumption than the other ones. Fortunately, I didn't get the best one, but you can get this Yomentide Ignis in Wildlife Sanctuary 2, right here. The two closest waypoints are the Forgotten Islands and the Ruined Fortress City. He's pretty nice, but he is a lot bigger, so he's a little bit more clunky, at least for me. Now, the type, the water type, which is great against fire, which is a lot of the pals are fire type, especially in the volcano, is the water one, and you might want to try to get Suzaku Aqua. You can get them pretty easy just through the breeding or finding an egg and hatching an egg. It is just Suzaku with water. It's pretty good. He has water ring level 3. Now, if you want to have something a bit stronger, you want to go for Yomentide, the alpha version, because he has Lord of the Seas, which increases his water attack by 20%. He also has water ring level 4. You can breed that Lord of the Sea down, so you're not utilizing the giant Yomentide, which is very clunky and can get a bit stuck on your stuff. But if you want to get the alpha version just for that passive, you can go over here. It is level 45, and he's definitely worth it, just at the very least for that passive skill, right? Now we're gonna be talking about the dark type pass, and one of my favorite looking one is Menacing. It is pretty much a scorpion. Unfortunately, not to get the greatest one. I got the slacker, but you can get him some pretty cool moves like Rock Lance, Nightmare Ball. Stone Cannon is not the greatest, but you can also teach him other moves. But he's definitely worth it. He has Mining 3, Lumbering 2, and when you're fighting together, it increases your defense, and electric pals drop more items when defeated. Unfortunately, there's not as many electric pals, but increases your defense is about same as Warsect, but he's still better. You can get the alpha version. You can obviously breed him, but you can get the alpha version in the desert in the northeast. Right over here, there's level 44. The entrance to this place is right around where my marker is. Like, it's a little bit hard to get it, but yeah, right about slightly below where my marker is. Right where the down arrow on the marker is. That's where you can get him. Now, if you don't want to use him and you want to utilize probably one of the coolest flyers, and it's a pretty strong pal, it is Shadowbeat. It looks pretty awesome. It is kind of like a griffin. Unfortunately, again, the good ones, both of the ones that I got, are cowards, which is kind of sucks. But he's not great for work because he has level 1 gathering. That's about it. But if you get the saddle for him, you can use him as a flyer, and it enhances your dark attacks while he's mounted. You can get some cool skills like Divine Disaster, which is his exclusive skill, which he charges forward while generating orbs of light that automatically capture enemies. You know, the orbs automatically capture enemies before releasing barrage of lasers. Pretty strong move. Pretty cool. You can get Nightmare Ball, Spirit Flame. You know, you can get your regular Air Cannon, Dark Ball, Shadow Burst. You can also teach him moves. You can breed him eventually, but you can also get him in a Wildlife Sanctuary number 3. He's definitely worth it. I would definitely recommend going to Wildlife Sanctuary 3, 2, and visiting the desert because there are some pretty cool stuff. Also, last but not least, it's not necessarily fighting as a pal, but you definitely want to try to have on yourself is Lylene. Because she is, apologize, she's a grass type, she has a Spirit Emperor which increases your grass attacks by 20%, but her passive skill is pretty huge. So if you want to primarily fight on foot without really using powers, you want to have her on your team because partner skills, when activated, the queen, so the grace greatly restore the player's health. Already pretty freaking awesome. You can get her, I don't remember fully exactly where, but you can definitely get her alpha version. Like I said, I don't remember where exactly because I kind of forgot, but she is definitely pretty good. You can get the Lylene Noct version in the snow right over here. She requires you to be level 49, but that's a Petalia. But Lylene is still really worth it. I'm not gonna spend 20 minutes. I should have probably prepared, but she is definitely worth it. You can breed Lylene Noct. Obviously you need to have Lylene, but that's about it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I apologize for messing the last one up. Oh, excuse me, Yermintide. I need to access the PAL box. But yeah, Lylene is definitely worth it, and as well as the other ones. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Do let me know how I can improve this video. Do let me know. I'm all down for the constructive criticism. And then soon we'll be talking about all the legendaries, the Palladius, the Necromus, Jetragon, and First Down. But with that said, don't forget to stay awesome. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.